Oh my goodness, today has been chaotic. So, pardon me if I seem a little out of orbit today. I went to get my hair done and she fucked me up bad, y'all. Like, I went to a new person. It's fine. It happens. There is a pound of gel in my hair because we had to go into crisis mode. So tell me I'm cute because I don't feel like it. I am so excited for yet another video of telling you the tea, the truth. We're gonna get into lies you've been told. Maybe you don't know they're lies. They're sneaky little lies. The ones that we're made to believe just because like that's just how it is. And you know, maybe we haven't actually questioned some of these things. I love getting into those ideas. So, you know, that's what I'm here for. If I forget anything though, at the end of this video, comment down below some lies that you think we've all been told that I didn't address. Anywho, a little housekeeping. You guys know I'm everywhere on social media. Yes, I try to be, okay? Come hang out with me on TikTok. Come hang out with me on Instagram. heybriajones. We have a lot of fun. I swear I'm not as boring as I seem sometimes, even though I'm always in here. Sometimes I go out there. If you like Bestie B's content and you're like, yeah, I want to support her, give me a like. Comment down below. Maybe share the video if you love it. Share it with someone you love. Or just, I don't know, pray for me. I don't know. So, anyways, let's get into it. The first lie I want to get into that I think some of us have maybe fallen for a bit too much is the idea that wanting more can make you come off as greedy. Now, I get that there's a fine line between greed and simply wanting more. And I think that we have to be able to differentiate that a little bit better amongst ourselves, because what I've found is that some of my ideas are too big for other people, respectfully. I just will not be made to feel like I need to dim down my ambitions and my dreams and my goals. Sometimes you just need to shut your mouth around certain people because they're like the first ones to guilt you and shame you when you want to go outside of that comfort zone, because they're not ready to go out of the comfort zone and they want some company. They want a little companion. So if you get these big ideas and leave them behind, it makes them feel some kind of way. So you have to recognize when sometimes our ideas and ambitions and goals, it doesn't matter what it is, sometimes it's good to keep it to yourself. I have very few people who I feel like I can tell every idea to. AJ is my best friend. I love him to pieces, but when we first started dating, he thought I was a crazy person for the things I wanted to do. I always tell the story that like one of our first fights, biggest fights, was based around the idea. I literally told him, I was like, I can do whatever I want. And he was like, in what world? And I was like, in my world. We got into a big argument over that. And what's funny about that story in particular is now, by simply existing with me and living with me, he sees how relentless I am. And I think it's made both of us grow as a couple, but he's also just like gained so much confidence in himself and bravery that probably has nothing to do with me. But it's nice that like we bounce off of each other in that way. So back to my point, there were times when I didn't feel like I could tell AJ all of my crazy ideas because he was too much of a logical person and a realist. And I feel like, you know, there's a lot of couples that may be like that, where you have one who's just like orbiting in space, off the rails, like what is logic, big dreamer. That's me in the relationship. And then you have like the logical person. And I love that about him because he grounds me. But at the same time, I know that in the beginning of our relationship, I knew that it was important for me to protect those ideas because I love him so much. Him being too logical with me was like, it didn't work for me. And it would scare me sometimes out of the ideas that I had. So you wanting more is not crazy. It's not greedy. I think that those little whispers that you have to do this and go here and do that, that's your higher self telling you you were meant for these things that you want. But we're so conditioned by society, maybe friends, maybe family, to believe that like we're doing the most, we're asking for too much. And that is simply not for anyone to decide but you. Now there is greed, and I'm not gonna get into greed because I feel like greed is more focused on the idea that you are never satisfied, whereas simply wanting to evolve and improve yourself is a completely different idea. And that's what I'm saying. You guys are totally allowed to want more, and you shouldn't feel bad for that. The next lie you've been told, one of my favorite lies, okay? Money is the root of all evil. First of all, I hate that saying, okay? Because I truly believed it for so long. I associated rich people and just having money with having to be a bad person. And I talk about this in my abundance mindset video, that you really really have to break down all these ideas around money if you want to receive it. Money is not evil. The people who choose to use it for evil are evil. Money is like a neutral, energetic currency. It's literally a piece of paper. It has no value until we give it value. It has no meaning until we give it meaning. And that's what we did as humans in our society. We gave it meaning. So in your world, if you want to define money as being bad, then that is what will show up for you. And remember that if you believe in the law of attraction, like attracts like. So if you think it's bad to have money, then you will also believe you have to be a bad person to get money. If that's how you want to make your relationship with money, then so be it. But I had to unlearn that idea because I think I'm a good person. So I'm not gonna become a bad person to get money. I had to start reframing my ideas around money and say, well, how can I make money good? And I think that I do a really good job of making those ideas come to life, because one of the reasons I ask for more money is so I can keep my business afloat, so that I can continue making content, because I see that it has a positive impact on a lot of people. So I choose to use money as a tool to help other people. I also choose to use money to live a fulfilling life. Yes, you can want money for yourself. It doesn't have to just be for other people, because newsflash, wanting money for yourself is not a bad thing. Going back to the first thing, if you want more for yourself, that's okay too, because money has allotted me the privilege to travel. You know, I've been able to do really cool things with money that a lot of people in my family were never able to do. Money doesn't bring you happiness. It can be a band-aid for you, but understand that money will only temporarily cover the wounds and the issues that you have going on. You have to heal yourself first. But money can assist you in getting to where you want to be. So stop with the narrative that it's bad, because that's so not true. The next lie: if you didn't struggle, you don't deserve it. Now, I did a video a few weeks ago on how, you know, less is more. You don't have to want to subscribe to the narrative that everything has to be such a struggle, right? And I want you guys to really, now that we're getting to the end of the year, I want you guys to really get in on this idea, because I pray and want for all of you to have this new year in 2024 where you are attracting everything you want with ease. I want you to feel that, because it's one of the best feelings I've ever been able to tap into, and you can do it too. You are so powerful that you can change your circumstances. You can change it from being a struggle to instead going through life in flow, where you are now attracting things. We don't have to glamorize and amplify the idea that these people who made it out of the mud are like the ones we can only be happy for. Yes, we are happy for them, let me be clear, but we're also happy for people who are just doing well and going in flow. Sometimes it seems like the energy that comes about when it comes to struggling is that people don't want to be happy for other people unless they have like a die-hard story, unless they have an underdog story. And of course, those are more emotional and I think relatable, and we are really excited for them. But I want to just encourage you to get rid of that idea and understand that simply attracting the things that you want should be celebrated too. Whether it's for you, your friends, whatever, just celebrate it. Celebrate getting what you desire. Period. I am not trying to get into a controversy with this one, but I'm gonna just speak from my experience here. And the next lie I wanted to talk about is how health professionals do not always know best. I know many of you probably resonate with that, because you have maybe been in a situation where a doctor was not listening to you, taking you seriously. And this is not to shit on doctors at all. There are amazing doctors out there, but I think that sometimes it can be hard to find them these days, because I think our healthcare system, it's very flawed in America. And you know, I've talked about the fact that I was diagnosed with PMDD in older videos, and the amount of being gaslit by doctors. I've had doctors who didn't know what PMDD was. I've had doctors like sit there and tell me it was in my head. You know, it's really frustrating to go through those things. And I got really serious in the last few years about taking control of my health and really tapping into listening to my body, trying to do better, trying to live a better lifestyle, even though it's very hard to do in America when everything is supersized and processed. But I am doing my best to go against that and give my body the absolute best. And what I've realized is that sometimes that means tapping into my intuition instead of listening to people who see me in the doctor's office for 5 minutes. So yes, I go to the doctor still. Yes, I go to healthcare professionals, but I always listen to my intuition. I also am trying to heal my myself naturally. So I use a combination of both, but hopefully one day I'll just be able to tap into my intuition and be like, girl, you need an orange today. You know what I'm saying? So tap in, listen to yourself. Nobody knows better than your body. And so I think that it's something we should just be more confident about. So yeah, don't let doctors gaslight you, okay? Next lie. You should be able to get what you want fast, okay? Now there's nothing wrong with getting things fast, but what I am saying is that I think a lot of us end up blocking our blessings because we expect things to happen overnight. Just because we live in a world of Amazon Prime does not mean that's realistic to apply to every other aspect of our lives, okay? Sometimes we have to go through some things, evolve, prepare ourselves to receive what we want. And when you accept the idea that the universe knows best, that God knows better than any of us, better than you, that you are gonna get what you want in perfect timing, you will definitely be able to get past being impatient. Listen, I am so impatient, especially as it relates to my career, because I think social media can be deceptive. For me on social media, my growth has been very slow and steady. And then I've had like spurts, like last summer when my channel grew, it grew very quickly. So it's been hard for me sometimes to see that happen for other people and me be like, what am I doing wrong? Like, why is this not happening for me? To this day, you guys, I beat myself up about why this video didn't perform well or why this one did, because I don't know. And it's not necessarily always you. So I'm just using that as an example, but what I have to remind myself is that everything is happening the way that it should be. And that if I'm not getting a bunch of views, it was still seen by the people who needed to see it. And that's how I want to make content. I don't care if my video gets 20 views or 20,000 views. All I pray is that the right person sees my videos. But your time is coming and you have to trust in that, because now I look back right before I had 100,000 subscribers and I realized I was not ready for 100,000 subscribers when I thought I was. So serious. I wanted 100,000 subscribers, but mentally and emotionally, I was not ready for it. I still took hate comments to heart way too much. I didn't take this platform seriously. So like the universe was like, baby, like you ain't ready yet, but we got you when you are ready. I finally started to show up like I was ready, and then I grew. So you just have to be patient and understand that you will receive what you're asking for in perfect timing. And if it hasn't happened for you, it's not your time yet, and that's for the best. That is for the best, and I need you to trust in that, because you don't want to ask for a really big blessing and then not be able to keep it because you weren't fully prepared to maintain such a big blessing or opportunity. Another one, you guys might not like it, but we're gonna talk about how also the lie you've been told that people can cause you to act a certain way. Now this one's tricky because I get it. We all have to deal with some crazy ass people who love to push our buttons, people who love to irk our nerves. We have to deal with that. We're always gonna have a little person who wants to drive us crazy, whether it is a family member, somebody at work, a friend. We all know someone probably who we gotta pray for. But I wanna remind you that nobody can cause you to do anything, okay? So I'm more so talking about the toxic people in your life who drive you crazy. I want you to remember that when you allow them to influence your behavior, you let them win, you give them power. And I honestly feel like maybe we need to do a whole deeper video on this topic alone, because this is very hard, especially if that person is very close to you, right? So you have to keep in mind that your reaction is a choice. Now, I'm not saying the way you feel. People can say very hurtful things and you may feel sad about that. You may feel angry about that, and that's valid. You are so entitled to your emotions and your feelings. But I want you to be careful how you respond, because when you respond negatively and you don't respond in love to these things, you only hurt yourself. Toxic people are sometimes there to push us in the direction we need to go. And I know you're probably gonna say I'm crazy for saying that, but toxic people push you to be your best self. Nothing is an accident. Even the negative people in your life are there to assist you in your evolution. So I'll give you an example. I had a manager who I've talked about in other videos when I first had my big girl corporate job. This man, I don't know what his problem was with me. He did not like like me. It was very obvious. He treated all the guys differently. You know, one of those managers that never said I did anything good, but if I did something bad, I got it. The longest wordy, passive aggressive email, like he knew how to make me feel like shit and wanted me to stay small. So the crazy thing is, this man, when I quit my job and became like a social media girl, he was literally the first person to follow me. And he was like the first person to always look at my stories. Weird. And I'm like, are you obsessed with me? I think you were. Did you have a crush on me? Weird. So I'm not gonna go there, but I will say this. That man drove me so fucking crazy that I said I will never, ever have a boss again. So I am grateful for him. Now, when I was going through it, I could not stand that man. I would come home crying. I would tell AJ, like, I was so mad. I would rather work like any other job than see him. But you know what? He pushed me in the direction of being an influencer, a content creator. I have to give him his flowers. If he was not so goddamn annoying, I wouldn't be here with over 300,000 of you. By the way, thank you guys. I didn't really ever call it out that I hit 300,000 subscribers, but y'all did. Y'all saw. I love you. Thank you so much. No, I mean it like for real. That is so cool to me. It is not about the numbers at all, but I can't even, my brain cannot process 300,000 of you. Like, how many Cowboy stadiums is that? Hello? Anyways, very cool stuff, but I want you to start looking at these people who get a rise out of you and really just reflect on, what are they pushing me to do? If you have annoying ass parents that we love, but if your parents are annoying, maybe it is a universal pull for you to move out. Maybe it's a universal pull for you to get your shit together, get a job, get INDEPE, independent. Maybe that's what the universe is pulling you to do. So when people are bothering you, you're just like, I want to get the fuck out of here. Maybe that's for a reason, because you need to be in your own space. You need to be on your own, doing your own thing, because you can tap into your powers when you don't have people chirping in your ears. Okay, so start to look at these toxic ass people and realize they were placed here for a reason. I'm telling you, I know you don't want to believe it. I'm telling you, but nothing in your life is an accident. This is literally a movie. You're the director. You casted them, like on a universal spiritual level. You casted them. So you gotta understand that they're here for a reason. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna leave it here. I have dealt with narcissistic people in my life on several occasions, okay? What I realized in having to interact with toxic people who are like narcissists, for example, is that my reaction was their reward. They don't deserve that from you. It takes a lot of willpower. But what I want you to do, the next time you know you have to be around someone who pushes your buttons, I want you to take a minute before you have to be in a room with them, before you interact with them, close your eyes, and I want you to imagine putting yourself in a shield of white light. You are going to energetically protect yourself. I know you might think I'm crazy, but it works, okay? Because now they cannot affect you, because you are quite literally being divinely protected. And if you need a little extra support, pray, call on your angels, call on God, and say, hey, just, be here with me. And I promise you, the way you will be so fucking calm when they're trying to get a rise out of you will drive them crazy. So white light of protection. Stop letting people affect your mood and your reactions. The next lie is that loving yourself is self-centered. I hate that one. I realized that I had like this resistance to like loving myself publicly. I still am sometimes, but being content creative, I have to take pictures in public or video in public, I get very self-conscious and I'm like, AJ, like, take the picture. Like I hate when people see me doing these things because I feel like it looks like I'm obsessed with myself. And you know what? As of recent, I kind of am. And I don't even mean it in a narcissistic way. I just did a TikTok about this, but I was in LA and the lighting was on point. My skin was skinning and I was like, yes, this is a moment for a selfie. Like absolutely. So I'm taking a selfie and this guy on a skateboard rolls on by and he's like, ugh, obsessed with yourself. I was like, hello? Top of the morning to you too. How rude. So first of all, I hate women haters. Men that are women haters, gross. Get a hobby. First of all, that's so unattractive. Second of all, nobody asked you. Third of all, you're actually right, Mr. Skateboard Man. I am obsessed with myself. A year ago, kinda hated myself. Low key, high key, actually hated myself, okay? I had really bad body images going on. I talk about it a little, but like I haven't really gone in depth on like how bad things were because it was such a sneaky, slow trickle that I didn't even realize I was doing certain things until like I came out of it. But I had like a lot of body image issues, and I think that in part being a content creator and constantly editing videos of myself and seeing myself on camera, like it affected me in a way that I didn't know was gonna happen. At one point, I don't even think I knew what I looked like in the mirror, but I was so mean to myself. I just like thought I was disgusting. You know, please keep your opinions to yourself about that, but that's my truth. I did not like myself last year, and now I do. Now I love myself, and it's not even on some self-centered shit. It's just that like it sucks that it took me having a really bad year for me to finally have so much love for myself and respect for myself, because I've seen how resilient I can be and how I can get through things, and I'm just like, you're so amazing. You are so amazing. I don't know how you don't understand that. How did you forget that? You know, it just sucks that I had to go through that to remember that I'm so great. I'm so fun to be around. I'm talented. I'm smart. I'm cute. I am all those things. And I try to tell myself that every single day, every single morning. I look myself in the mirror and tell myself how cute I am, even if I don't feel cute. When I first started doing that, I felt absolutely crazy because I did not believe I was cute at all. But I would be like, you're so cute. Yes, you are. And then I started to believe it slowly and slowly. Like the more I said it, the more I believed it. Like your words finally catch up with your brain eventually, right? So Mr. Skateboard Man trying to like make me feel some kind of way for liking myself was so weird and off-putting. And I'm just like, I wish you liked yourself enough, Skateboard Man. It's okay to like yourself. Do you want to jump in this picture with me? Cause what? Why do we make people feel bad for feeling themselves? It's not like I feel myself often in public like that. So I really like did not like that, and I had to give him a response. I was like, actually, yes, because I'm so cute. It's not a crime. So love yourself, and I want you guys to be confident about it. Take pictures in public, like really fuck with you. Fuck with you, because you are so cute and talented and smart and amazing and fun to be around. You should love you. You're so cool. I wish I could meet all of you and hug you, but yeah, like don't feel shy about that. And if you have friends that make you feel weird about feeling cute, they have to go. No, I'm so serious. They have to go. Those people are sneakily terrible for you, and the ideas start to rub off on you. But just because they hate themselves doesn't mean you have to hate yourself, okay? If I ever see girlies out taking pictures in public of themselves, I'm like, hi, do you want a photographer? I'll get your angles. Let's just start hyping each other up. You know what I'm saying? So that's the vibe. Those are the rules we are now breaking. Those are the lies you've been told, and we are so done with them. We are getting serious, okay? As we slowly approach 2024, these are things we are not taking with us, okay? You guys are about to have the best year ever. I'm so excited for you. But did I miss any lies? What lies did I not say in this video? Drop them in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking, what lies you're leaving in 2023, what lies you're dropping today, because we're starting right now. So I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Hang out, and I'll see you guys next week.